The universe. One of the most interesting and one of the most magnificent places in the world. We have places like our home galaxy, the Milky Way, which we haven't even explored in full yet. The Sombrero Galaxy, which looks like a sombrero and even comes with maracas. A Bell 2744, which looks like the background screen to some guy who goes to Starbucks every day's laptop. The Black Eye Galaxy, which looks like it got a black eye. And even the PSZ2G138.61-10.84 supercluster. He's here too. This took so many takes. Please give me some mercy. Anyways, we're not going to talk about all that boring stuff today. We are going to talk about something even more boring. Yay! No. Like boring in a literal sense. Almost terrifyingly boring. Wait, that was literal too. Please don't click on.
She's hot. She's hot. She's hot. She's hot.
In short, what a void in a universal term is an eerily common area of the universe that's almost completely devoid of any stars, galaxies, and planets. Many people would easily mistake the void as complete nothingness, which is close, but no cigar. A good note is that these areas would not be able to harbor life of any kind because of how cold these areas are. Craft was right the whole time. You die in the void. Oh my god. I gotta post this on my twitter.com at NASA and help Notch get a job. Elon Musk. How could we be so oblivious? Does he know something we don't? Why these areas exist is actually kind of the reason you're standing or sitting and watching this video right now. And that great thing is a little something called gravity. While the universe was expanding, clumps of gas and other stuff was floating around, and the logical physics of the universe said to them, gravity. And they went, okay, so the big rocks of gases and stuff and things started to clump together, and the universe thought, we can't let these rocks keep smashing into each other. That'd be beat. So these rocks weren't just clumps now. They evolved into circle rocks and gases. But what if the rocks just fly off and do nothing? That'd be stupid. We can't let that happen. So another physical law of the universe was like, galaxies, that'd be kinda cool. And the even bigger rocks and stuff and things started swirling around and around. And some of the massive stars that were forming in these galaxies were catching the gravitational pull of these small circle rocks in space, because why not? Some of these planets around these stars eventually cooled down, and they got cool colors, and each got a unique thing about them, like where it rained diamonds all day. This one has some cool rings. This one will have a funny name. And you know, I think this one will be... So, yeah, I'll get more into that another day. Okay, so back to voids. Since I accidentally sort of explained how we got here by accident, voids are formed when other galaxies, stars, and etc. are sort of left behind and didn't get the chance to hitch upon those other clusters, like the other cool and swag galaxies that formed close to one another. Unfortunately, a sad thing about these poor areas of space is that they will remain that way for a very long time, because the universe sort of stays still, but in a way still expands. I don't know, go ask Einstein or something, or those nerds over at NASA. Among these voids is the Boots Void, or the Great Void. That was, before 2013, one of the biggest known voids in the universe. It's located near the constellation of Boots and is approximately 330 million light years in diameter. That's about
193 octillion 994 septillion 637 sextillion 300 quintillion
miles. Scientists have been studying it closely and have gathered that it only has approximately 10,000 galaxies. It was discovered by a cool and nice guy named Robert Kirshner after he was looking at redshifts, wavelengths from galaxies and stars, throughout the sky. One day he looked into the void, I guess you could say, and he saw that there was almost nothing radiating from the sky, and he said, "Wowie zowie," he thought as he ran his finger across his microscope. "That is a big nothing." So scientists did what they're good at, give things a cheesy name. Like, what's the deal with that? On Google, if you look up Boots Void, a certainly very scary image shows up which claims to be a real picture of it. Here it is. Phew, good thing that isn't it, or else I'd be terrified. But what it really is a Bach globule dark nebula by the name of Barnard 68. These are very common in astronomy and are basically abstractions from random things floating around in the Milky Way. Here, I'll show you a couple more. Yeah, not that scary, just a bunch of planet dust floating around in space awaiting gravitational formation. No big deal. But what is a big deal? What if I told you you were living in a void right now? Oop, another false alarm. There we're actually fine, as you can tell. Recently, scientists discovered that our galaxy is in a void called the Kbc Void, possibly the biggest void in our universe. We're a couple of hundred millions of light years from the center, and we're in the Virgo supercluster, which keeps our area nice and toasty. So this keeps us safe from a lot of stuff over in the crowded universe, such as cosmic explosions, planets constantly smashing into each other, harsh radiation from the expansion of the universe, and so on. I theorize that it's also very fortunate that we're in this area, since it's given us actually enough time to be here. Like, think about it. Our lively planet has been able to stay safe from a lot of wreckage for a long time, and we've been given the opportunity to evolve and change into the universe's greatest experiment yet. So if you ever start to feel down, just remember this. You're not freezing in a universal wasteland of nothingness where you can't see anything happening in the sky. You're not being ravaged by constant cosmic attacks of meteors and other planets literally being thrown at you. And you're living in a universe that, for some odd and unknown reason, just makes sense. I'm pretty thankful I'm even here talking to you, and that I have internet, and I can joke around, and that I live in an age where you can even learn about this stuff. Seriously, look at those poor Romans thinking that the sun was a god, and us thinking that legitimately for thousands of years the earth was flat. Wait, I'd say I feel pretty special right now, and you should too. Thanks, Void. Thanks, universe.